Hello everyone, welcome to the Revenue Generator. This is a new series I'm trying out. Essentially, this is a series where I sort of talk about whatever is random, trending, and, you know, stuff like that, or just general things that I'm interested in. Obviously, these types of videos are popular on YouTube, that's why I'm calling this series the Revenue Generator. Anyway, today's video is about AI voices on YouTube. I'm sure if you've been on YouTube, the YouTube homepage within the last year, you've probably seen some sort of video that has been an AI voice, very obviously an AI voice. These types of channels that make videos about trending content, make a video out of it and just voice over it with an AI voice. Let's just read this. What's your take on AI voices? Nowadays, AI voices are getting fairly good. I've subscribed to 11 Labs and be using a pro voice from my new channel. However, I've been getting comments that AI voices is a turn-off. My channel is about AI reinforcement learning, so I figured it might make sense, but not sure anymore. Don't want to use my own voice as I don't like it, so thinking about going with captions and maybe like silent movie style. Anyway, the question is, anybody successful using AI voiceover, or do you think it's a big no-no? So this is a creator that has been using an AI voice, and its channel, their channel is centered entirely about AI. I think this is an interesting discussion because I hate AI channels, especially channels that generate their images with AI, like for B-roll and stuff like that. I don't like channels that use an AI voiceover because it just gives you that impression that they're using ChatGPT to write the scripts. And it's just the most low effort thing as well. It's like the sort of passive income on YouTube. AI voice has a stereotype of this channel is a cash grab. This channel's scripts might be AI generated without the fact checking. This channel might be churning out low quality content to get passive income without effort by the channel owner. I'm mispronouncing obvious words as jarring and frustrating. Yeah, that's all of the things that are just inherently assumed whenever you see one of these channels. I can actually probably find a few examples. A huge trend nowadays is like these sorts of channels that teach you how to do YouTube.
I've been running a faceless YouTube channel for over 2 years, getting millions of views until I realized that I've been
running a faceless YouTube channel, getting millions of views, and this is how you can do it yourself without any creativity, any authenticity, nothing. Yeah, it's just some dog shit, dude. I don't like it. Hate them. I think they hate them. I would turn off any video that features an AI voice no matter how interested I am in the topic, and would tell YouTube to no longer show me that person's videos. Yeah, I do the exact same thing if I see a channel like that popping up. It's just bad content, dude. It's because naturally, like, since most of these channels use an AI voice, why not just use AI to generate the script for it? And then the script has false information in it. And then, why not use AI generated art for the B-roll to, you know, put images up while the video is going on? And I don't blame them. Like, those videos, like, if you're ashamed of your voice, those videos are really easy to make, you know. And if you can't be arsed finding actual stock images or even paying for stock images, why not generate them with AI? Like, everything makes sense, but it gives this impression of being so hollow. And I think it either is ahead of its time and this is going to be like a big thing in the future, or it's just dog shit and it's going to stay here and be just recognized as this trash that used to happen in like 2023, 2024. Well, actually, I want all of my content to be produced by a robot. It is, robots are smart and better than us, of course. I think this is a really good point. No one likes their voice in the beginning, that's normal. AI lacks personality. I'd suggest you get out of your comfort zone and learn some real skills, like learning to speak to a mic, accentuating the proper words, speaking in a good flow and pace. That's a skill that goes far beyond YouTube and will serve you almost any time you open your mouth to talk. That's the whole thing I'm talking about at the end of the day. If you get comfortable with yourself, learn how to speak, learn how to, you know, let's say, because it's understandable in certain circumstances, a lot of people who get into YouTube don't have a very clear accent, you know. Like, you think about like the most popular YouTubers in the world, they're probably people whose accent you can very easily understand, usually like a Western accent. If there's like someone from India or some just Eastern country, for example, who wants to start YouTube, then their accent might be a bit harder to understand, and instead of like learning how to pronounce words in a bit more of a clear way so that people get it, they might be inclined to use an AI voice, and like, that's understandable at the end of the day. But AI voices do just give that impression of being so low effort that who knows if everything else in the video was AI generated as well. Lazy makes channels easier to skip/avoid once they hear a familiar AI voice. People love real, authentic, sincere. Shortcuts mean you're not. Like, it probably is a more open-minded approach to see first if the information in the video is authentic rather than just clicking off the moment you hear an AI voice. But at the end of the day, if you're making a channel like this, then there are going to be people like this person who just click off your channel straight away. And that's, you know, if you don't know, YouTube is all about getting people to watch your entire video the whole way through. If people just click off the moment they hear the first few seconds of your video, then you're not getting that watch time that you need to actually promote your channel. That's why you don't see any like huge AI channels on the rise, like the most popular channels in the world or anything. However, again, if this starts to become a trend, then like who knows, dude? Maybe like Kwebbelkop will be the biggest YouTuber in 10 years, and all the kids will be watching, and it'll be the new Mr. Beast thing. I took 1,000 human beings and put them inside of the Coliseum. Last one to live gets $1 billion. Alright, this is a long one. Absolutely hate them with a passion and will instantly click off if I hear an artificial voice in a video. And no, it's not about them sounding robotic. They're absolutely starting to sound like real human voices, but it's the way they talk. Because it's computer and not human generated, they talk with the same flat, monotone, identical tone, cadence, and emotion, or rather lack thereof, throughout the entire video. Yeah, you can always tell what these AI voices are, but the truth is, it's not always going to be like this. They're going to sound more and more human, and there's going to be more and more variety to them. And I think that's what people are scared about. I just, you know, hope it doesn't lead to like the same goddamn voices being used everywhere. I actually think what's going to happen is that people are going to value like more proof of a channel being authentic. So now like having your camera on during a video like me will probably just be the minimum to like for the viewers to make sure that you're not like an AI voice. But obviously like video AI is also a thing, so goddamn, I don't know, dude. We'll probably have to like attach our ID or something to our YouTube channel to be able to prove that we're authentic, and then we get like a sticker of like, oh, real human or something, like a check mark or something, I don't know. And it's always just perfectly delivered. No stutter, no brief pauses to think about what to say next, no little laugh after they tell a joke, no discernible sadness after describing some horribly tragic event, no audible dude, I know exactly what it's talking about. And then the serial killer murdered their entire family, and then ripped out their throats and stuck their finger down the throats and out their asshole. No audible smile as the person just realized they accidentally said something that could be mistakenly interpreted as something else, etc. There's simply no personality in them, and personality is what I watched and subscribed to YouTubers for. Even if they're only doing documentary style videos and never showing their face, etc. They might work convincingly enough as a single sentence here and there, but for full narration of an entire video is just bad, fake, and artificial sounding, no matter how realistic you think you managed to get it to sound by playing with the settings. I would much rather listen to a narration by some foreign kid with a super strong accent speaking to a shitty mic right in the middle of his worst voice breaking years than one of those AI generated perfect movie presenter voices any day of the week. Now that's just offensive, but I get the point. Like, as someone who isn't from this country originally, like, yeah, I understand having a strong accent can be like hard to understand for some people. I think I've got quite a clear accent for being a Polish person who lives in Scotland. I used to work at KFC when I was younger, and I had people speak to me as if they were speaking to like some sort of alien or whatever. Like they just couldn't get what I was saying. They were like, what'd you say? Oh, okay. And you can tell they're like this sort of like xenophobic against immigrant type of person who would like, you know, the fucking Polish people or whatever. Like, I think they were just pretending to not understand, if I'm being honest. But in that sort of circumstance, yeah, I get it. Like, you feel insane. Like, if people don't understand you, then like, what are you supposed to do? It's very hard to change your entire manner of speaking, to change your accent. So I completely get it. But that doesn't mean these videos don't seem fake and low effort. And I think that's sort of the thing that should be avoided, you know? This one's about AI art. This is an interesting take. The only thing that matters is if the resulting content is high quality or not. At the end of the day, yeah, that's true. Like, if you're getting the right information, if it's accurate and stuff, then it's good. But I think what humans are on YouTube, we're very monkey-brained, if that makes sense. You sort of make a lot of your final decision within the first 30 seconds of encountering something. So the first impression you get from a YouTube video is usually the one that's going to last, you know? So in my opinion, I don't actually think that matters. Like, yeah, objectively, this sentiment kind of makes sense, but if you can tell that something is AI generated, and you sort of have this like correlation in your head of things that are AI generated being low quality, then you're not going to watch that video no matter how high quality the information or entertainment value is. Like, that's just not going to happen. Honestly, sounds like a good recipe for no viewers. Well, the thing about this is that the channel I showed you before, that Isaac guy who like taught people about YouTube, that's a very good performing channel. I think it's one of the exceptions actually when it comes to AI voiceovers and stuff, but it's because I've watched some of these videos and the editing is really good. But like, at the end of the day, still, it's like 500,000 views. There's only one video with 1.8 million, and obviously, yeah, this channel only has 5 videos on it, so you know, obviously. But I don't think if they continue to post videos like this it would have performed the same way as it has up until this point. But who knows, dude? Like, honestly, I'm not here to make assumptions. This is like one of the reasons why I was wondering whether or not to make this series, is because my mind changes a lot. I change my mind all the time, so I'm even thinking about having a warning at the beginning of this video saying like, my mind changes very often. Don't take anything I say here for granted, or like as fact or anything, because the stuff is changing all the time, and I don't know how stuff's gonna turn out. I can just speculate, I can just give my opinion right now in the present time and hope it ages well, you know? This person at the bottom says, I wouldn't recommend using AI art. It can be ethically dicey depending on the sources used to make it. Yeah, no, that was also the thing recently with artists and their artwork being, you know, stolen, quote unquote, used as training material for the AI to be able to make future art. Well, at the end of the day, that's all AI is, right? Like, we take text, a lot of text, and feed it into this engine, and then that engine is trained to predict the next thing that's supposed to happen. No, and you can influence that using a prompt or something. It's the same with AI art, it's the same with AI voices. You're supposed to give it training material, you know? And I agree, like with AI art, it's very dicey, it's ethically dicey, it's morally wrong, because you are stealing art and using it to influence more art. But if you think about it, I'm just gonna play devil advocate here. If a robot does it, then it's wrong, but if a human does it, then it's okay. Like, a human can be influenced by art that has existed in the past, but a robot can't? That is actually an interesting thing to think about. One piece of art made by a human is only one in a whole ocean of art that can be used to train an AI. So it is like the same way a human functions when they're influenced by art. You know, I make music, I'm a musician, and I've been influenced by so many artists that came before me. I can't even name all of them, but all of it sort of combined to make a brand new, unique style, which is my own. So it's like, why can't a machine do it? What's wrong with that, if you think about it? So that's the end of this video. Very interesting thing to think about. I actually really enjoyed making this video. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next episode of The Revenue Generator. Goodbye. I don't know if I'll make this into a series, but this is just something I'm trying out. Please forgive me if there's no more episodes after this.